Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Gunsuit Guardians, a $3 bullet heaven that's fairly traditional in its design. Ooh, what do we want to be here? Oh, these actually kind of matter a little bit. Yeah, it's a fairly traditional bullet heaven with some neat twists. And now I'm trying to decide, oh, he's got a worse reload speed. That would explain some things. I think I'm going to go for the Dragoon. They're slow, but whatever, and we're going to roll the Blaster with Bulwark. Really basic run. So this is not my first run. I actually lost my recording, and so I'm re-recording this one. So we'll go from there. Let's see. So we do have auto aim that I could turn on and off if I wanted to, but I think I'm going to be sticking to manual aim for today. Just because it makes my life a lot easier. That's the wrong one. Let's see. So I could go for bigger bullets, but my bullets don't have implicit piercing, so I don't think so. Let's go for bombs, though. The way I unlock new things to use in a run is through completing achievements, and I need to get my blasters to level 5 and my bombs up to level 7. And that'll get us at least a couple of new things. There's also the minigun, and I think the tornado minigun. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to be trying to fill some of these out. The reason why this one stands out, apart from the fact that it is even cheaper than most standard bullet heavens, is, I mean, I like the progression system. It's fairly standard in terms of just unlocking stuff. Let's see, shotgun, special duration, nope. Work on the minigun, even though I think that was spread, which isn't actually that good for me. I'm going to re-roll this. Rattler, knockback. Yeah, that's one of the other ones I've got to get to level 5. Let's see. So, yeah, despite... Well, okay. So it is cheaper than most standard bullet heavens, but it's got, like, really nice chiptunes going for it. Let's see. Bullet size, Rattler. No, re-roll, Blaster. I'll take it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. We also need some more money so I can afford re-rolls. Unfortunately, money... Oh, hello. I want to kill these things, because that's how we get the best perks. Okay, let's just kind of toast our way through these. Ooh, we're actually starting to do some damage here. Oh, we got the damage, the 15% damage increase. That would explain it. I'm trying to think of what else to say. This is always the problem when I already know how a game works. That there's kind of, I rely heavily on first impressions and learning as I go. And so if I already know it, I have to explain my knowledge. Otherwise, I just don't. Let's see, increased damage by 2? Yes. Ooh, I should have grabbed thrusters while we were there. That could actually screw me over a little bit. It very well might. We'll see. Okay, let's grab some damage. Let's grab some knockback. Thrusters. There we go. Okay. And I want none of these, but I can reroll one more time. Well, we'll get knockback up at the very least. There's a rotational cannon I want to pick up, but it hasn't shown up yet, which is a little unfortunate. Yeah, that big mess of gems came from, like, one of the rotating, like, golden boxes. You'll see them around when I blow them up, but every once in a while we'll get, like, a marker saying, like, hey, there's one over this direction. Go get it. And that's almost always, like, a bunch of those weird alien squid pods worth of perks, or like money or EXP or something, but it's almost always worth going for those. Let's see, laser? No, let's just go damage. Hopefully this won't force me to get something I don't want. At least we got 10 coins, so I can keep re-rolling. I'd like to save my money because meta progression is kind of hard to come by and is extremely valuable. But on the flip side, I think right now what I want to do is unlock as many things as I possibly can. Also, minigun's pretty good. Sonic weapons do more damage, ballistic weapons do more damage. The recharge on my boost would also be a really good idea. But making it so my ballistic weapons do a ton of damage seems like a really good idea. We're still kind of in the easy phase. Oh, Gem Frenzy just gives me more. Let's see, bombs. Unfortunately, I don't think bombs count as ballistic. I'm pretty sure they are explosive. Okay, I need to get my blaster up. Oh, beautiful. Let's see, laser, minigun. clip size, though. We already have pretty good clip size on it. I'd rather have a shorter reload speed or just a ton of damage. Tornado cannons. There's the last one. Alright, now we don't have to worry about anything. Every upgrade is just going to be a new option for me to roll with. It's just the question of, you know, which is worthwhile. Wow, these storms are really annoying. Will they ever end? Yes. Okay. No, they will not, apparently. So one of the other things that I like about this game, and probably won't become apparent until later, you know that feeling when you're really hemmed in a bullet heaven, you're like barely squeaking through the crowd? This is one of the absolute... Ooh, look at that. Let's see. Boost recovers faster. Let's go for more EXP. And ballistic weapons do more damage. Yeah, we might actually do a lot of damage. We might not even get harassed here. We might just be so strong. That's a lie. The enemies get really tough later. But like in my experience, this is one of the few bullet heavens that maintains that stressful level of like, oh, I'm surrounded and I can do nothing about it. For a lot longer than most, I would say. Bullet penetration by 1. Yeah, that's pretty good. Gems add more EXP. I do wish I could kind of banish some of those options. We don't have a single laser weapon, and it's kind of silly they would ask me if I want to get an upgrade for my laser weapons. Oh, wow, this works really well for now. I like that. It's like a very SNES-y automated voice. I don't know how you get that effect. Let's see. Flat damage on the minigun? Yes. 59 per shot. Heck yeah. Yeah, the base damage is then multiplied, of course, by all of those alien artifacts we keep picking up. And, boy, that means base damage increases are pretty valuable, even if it's only just 2. I'm trying to think of where I ever heard that. Let's see. Yeah, where I've heard that specific voice modulation before. Unfortunately, I cannot actually like pull it up. It must have been. It had to have been like an N64 game. I didn't play SNES. I didn't have one. I didn't even know SNES was a console until like I'd owned an N64 for a couple of years. And it was like, it was weird too, because it was, is it the Dunning-Kruger effect? It's whatever it's called when you first notice something and then you start seeing it everywhere. I think that's Dunning-Kruger, unless Dunning-Kruger is the one where it's just, let's see, reduce reload time? Yeah. Unless Dunning-Kruger is the one where it's about morons and I forget. Again, need to look these things up. But effectively, we went on vacation to Camp Snoopy, which is very regional. It's in the Mall of America and is, frankly, like, actually kind of an amazing amusement park. Not very cheap, though. Like, I don't think I'd go there nowadays. But as a kid, it was kind of a fun place to go. Because they didn't have anything, like, particularly hefty, and it was all indoors. You could go there during the winter. Mall of America in Minneapolis, for those of you that are not aware, which is a state in the United States where I was... Well, I wasn't... I was born in Minnesota. I was not born in Minneapolis, though. Let's see. I keep seeing these blaster boys as more alien artifacts. And I keep being wrong. I'm gonna do medkits restore more HP, but I might want to get the upgrade that makes it so coins heal me. Not that we have a whole lot. Increase fire rate on that thing. No, we want to get knocked back up to level 5. I'm trying to unlock like as many of my not yet unlocked achievements as possible. Right. Story about SNES and getting distracted by Mall of America. So, they had this kind of like really cool, I'm gonna call it a daycare, But it was like effectively one part daycare, one part like arcade, one part McDonald's play place. Let's see, extra clip size. We do need to get bombs up. Sure. Okay, do I have anything else? No. Yeah, the enemies are starting to get tough enough that they can resist my shots. Which is very quickly going to become a problem because we don't have infinite piercing. Lasers have infinite piercing and can just kind of wreck shop, so we need to get some damage. Ooh, Gurgling Beak or faster boost. I think I'm going to go for Googling Beak, just because reliable alternate sources of HP are few and far between, and leveling is probably the most reliable thing that I do. But so, like I said, this place was kind of one part arcade, and they had just like a pair of, a pair? It was either like one or two SNESs. I think maybe it was a SNES and a Genesis or something, kind of hooked up near the entrance of this place. And, I had never seen one before, never played it before. And I was like really big on Kirby, because I think I had Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland. Okay, now I have the achievement. Let's just start going in this direction. But yeah, so I'd never seen any of the other Kirby games. I didn't know they had co-op in them. And it was one of those where, like, you would effectively spawn your second like the second player as kind of like a weird monster based on whatever power Kirby had when you started like the second player up. And it was really cool, and I remember being super excited about it and being like, what is this, you know, video game console I've never heard of before? Thermal weapons, sonic weapons, or restore more HP on level up. Sounds good. This is gonna hurt. At least there's a lot of explodey boys in there. The minigun does a good job of clearing the horde, kind of. There's only so much I can do, though. Blaster, penetration. That actually would be good, but I'm going to work on their tornado cannons for the time being. Yeah, we haven't gotten a whole lot of movement speed here. But we do a ton of damage. Fine, I'll do some clip size on it. Because I do want to just max that thing out. Let's see. Sonic weapons, laser weapons, coins restore HP. Fair enough. Damage, bullet penetration. I think we've got pretty much everything except for the bomb upgrades. As far as achievements that I wanted to complete. Which, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. So, like, immediately after that trip, I remember going back home and encountering, like, a friend who just, like, randomly picked up a SNES for, like, his birthday or something. And he was playing... What was he playing? It was, like, some caveman game that I think is actually kind of famous. I know nothing about it. All I know is that he was playing it. And then also one of my other friends randomly also had a SNES with, like, zero preamble or announcement to where they had it. They hadn't had it prior. And this is, like, post-GameCube. Like, everybody had GameCubes, and then for some reason went back and picked up SNESs somewhere in this process. And, like, they weren't... I don't even remember them generally being in game stores by this point, like, ever. Maybe I saw the cartridges, but I never processed it. Or maybe I was just a dumb kid and just didn't pay attention because it wasn't colorful 3D stuff. Who knows? But yeah, I was, like, within the span of a month, I was extremely aware of what a SNES was. And pretty much I've never actually played anything on the SNES. Like a little bit here and there. Something I kind of would like to rectify someday of like, hey, let's just sit down for a month and go through every single good game that was on the SNES. just to kind of experience that period of time. I don't know if I'd actually, like, go through and complete most of them, any of them, but no. I don't want to say, like, I'm kind of hoping the games industry slows down a little bit. No, I am hoping it slows down a little bit. Like, I'm almost covering a lot of these bullet heavens in spite of the new releases that I have to cover. Just because, one, I don't know, I kind of like them, the comfort food, and I find a lot of indie games, how to describe it? After doing this job for 10 years, I've kind of developed this, I don't want to say this, like, frustration that I can't actually finish a whole lot of games. Imagine going to, like, one of those, like, food truck rallies, and they have just food from all over. All walks of life, all different styles, weird fusions, incredibly faithful recreations. Oops. I think I alt-tabbed the game by accident there. And then it's like, you only get a free sample of each of them. Like, just a bite, a small bite of a hamburger, a couple of noodles from a pad thai, like, a quarter of a chicken finger dipped in a really good sauce. And you can never actually, like, order a meal. It's kind of that. Like, obviously I'm making it sound way more, like, dire or worse than it actually is. But there's some kind of baseline level within that where it's just kind of like, I desperately want to finish more games. And so whenever I see a game come out that looks like it's right up my alley, I actually get kind of stressed out about even doing a video on it. Because I know that there's a very real possibility I, like, won't be able to complete it. Or even play it at all. So, like, 2 months ago? 2 months ago, we did a video on Sea of Stars, which I really thoroughly enjoyed. And I was... You know, I honestly probably should have played it to completion because I was really sick that month and couldn't do anything apart from, like, one video a day, so I had a lot of time on my hands. And so I could have spent a lot of time recording, but I think I went back and worked on my, my backlog instead. Which I don't think is bad either. I've mostly been trying to clear out some of my MMOs that I want to finish, because there's that kind of sinking feeling that a lot of MMOs won't survive the decade. And that stresses me out too. But so, what's the one from, like, this past week? It was, like, Lunacid. Like, I very much wanted to, I would love to stream through Lunacid. I just don't know when or how. You know, how I'm going to manage that. Because, you know, every single day this week, I have at least 1 to 2 games. Or one, maybe even, like, 2 to 3 games coming out that I also want to stream. Okay. Nope, there is still actually a cooldown speed on that. I was just assuming that we'd have 0 cooldown after 4 of those. Well, it's still nice to be freaking quick, though. Okay, wave 15 coming. I think there's going to be another boss. Yep, there he is. And he's dead. Yeah, I do a ton of damage. Okay. I really wish it would actually give me some more ballistic weapon damage. We're kind of up in there. Oh boy, the bombs are doing a lot of damage. Wait, I'm just gouting bombs out of my face. Huh. Alright, let's see, what was I going to say? Let's just go for some raw damage, max that out, make it work. I guess that extra EXP did end up working out in my favor. I'm always iffy about picking up extra EXP upgrades. Well, 5% of all active aliens die when you level up. I'd love to get that 20 times. It's never going to happen, but it'd be really funny to get that, like, even just 10 times. in a single run. Just level up, watch everything die, level up again, clear out the rest. I don't know if it would exactly work that way, but it feels like it could. But yeah, there's just so many of these games that I actually legitimately wish I had the time to play through to completion. And so whenever I see one of those games go by, you know, there's always the you know, impetus, the pressure. It's always worth it for me to record a video on these. But sometimes there's kind of that, like, lasting danger of it, of just like, oh, I liked this game too much to stop, and it wrecks my schedule for the day. And I think like, the real solution is just to learn to be used to it. Wait, why am I setting things on fire? It's not the bombs. Oh, it's the exploding enemies. Let's actually go for the raw damage on the tornado cannon. 15% more damage might be good, but meh. So, that actually happened kind of the last couple of days. I'd recorded a video on Star Ocean Second Story R. And then next day went out to go get my 5G updated. And, you know, that just makes me super lethargic for multiple days, just because, you know, is what it is. Let's see. Thermal weapons, care packages, or more aliens die. Let's just go for the more aliens die on level up. I don't think we're going to be leveling up that much, but a 10% reduction in aliens coming at me is not a bad idea. Boy, I have not seen my thruster upgrades go by. I don't know if I really need them, though. Spread, rate of fire. Nah, let's just go for the rate of fire. And honestly, maxing out my weapon seems like probably the best idea anyway. Because I don't really need thrusters that bad, even though this dude is painfully slow. We also have near infinite boost. If I see another boost upgrade go by, I'll probably snag that if I can. But yeah, so I was supposed to get more work done on Friday, and instead parked my butt on the couch and played 20 hours of Star Ocean 2. I don't fully regret it, just because I do actually need more time off, and it's fun playing through games. But, like, the more games I leave in my backlog unfinished, the more likely I'm going to just randomly find a game that I, like, cannot put down. Well, I'm just gonna keep grabbing those. The more games I'm just going to find that I cannot put down because I just, like, desperately want to finish something for once. And so to loop all the way back to the beginning of why I even brought this up, Bullet Heavens are really comforting for that, because I don't care if I play 1 hour of them or 30. It's the same caliber of experience the entire way through. And, like, some are a little bit more enthralling than others. So, like, Rogue Genesia I want to go back to, but also that's quite the investment. Same thing with Halls of Torment. Whereas this one's a little bit more just kind of chill, just pick the build, have fun for a while. Sure, I'm going to run out of things to enjoy after a certain amount of time. Because there's only, like, a handful of really functional builds in this game. Oh, we have Penetrator. That would explain some things. Ow. And it is gone. Chiptunes on this game is really solid. Like, I've complimented it a little bit, but it's a bop. I'll have to see if it's original or not. Let's just go for the... Problem is, knockback isn't really that helpful because I'm killing most things. Fairly quickly. Fairly quickly. We'll see. Yeah, just keep working on the tornado cannon. Just let them kind of fly into my bombs. I really would like to try a big boom explosion build at some point. But so far the bombs have been the only explosive weapon I have. I do hope this game gets a little bit more... well, here's where I probably die. And none of these are good. I'm gonna get that up. Boss is probably gonna kill me, but you never know. Yeah, he charges a fair bit faster than everybody else. I'm just gonna have to run for him and hope for the best. Ballistic weapons do more damage. Coins restore HP. Coins add EXP, which is really not that helpful, but whatever. Oh, we're very far from a level. Wait, I killed him? Did he just eat bombs and die? He did! Alright, so we got Bullet Cloud. Frenzy of bullets from all weapons. Oh, that's a special ability. Sonic Cannon. Scatters crowds, deals very low damage. Flak. Explosions appear in random positions. Incendiary bombs. Bombs that create burning areas on detonation. Siren. Pushes enemies away from you, but deals low damage. Neat. Holy smokes. How do you people get so many points? Unless there's like a higher level? I have no clue. Oh, there are 2 more characters that I have to unlock. Well, for starters, it looks like I've gotten every weapon. So what do I want to start with? So incendiary bombs are thermal. I almost kind of feel like they should be thermal and explosive. Let's see. Neutron cannon, or sonic cannon, neutron sphere, siren. So we've got 2 sonic weapons, 2 explosive weapons, 2 fire weapons. It's kind of unfortunate here because, like, going all ballistic and all laser almost works better. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we go incendiary bombs, flak, bombs, and heat thrower as a build. So I guess I should start with the heat thrower, at the very least. We'll only unlock one of these, because that's just our starting weapon. Let's take a look at upgrades. So we are going to need... Ooh... We don't need more weapons. Probably bullet speed. I'm just gonna max some things out. There we go. Okay. And let's try Hanzo. He's fast, he's got a small clip size, but better reload and lower cooldown. I don't actually know if he's really that good for the heat thrower build. He isn't. Oh, right, I was going to grab one of these. Is it worth... Yeah. Because, yeah, I don't think I even used the invincibility shield there at all. I should have, but I'm kind of bad about it. Let's grab the conflagration. Okay. So we want to get at least a couple of those. Get it up to 20... Get the 23. And full bullet speed. We don't care about penetration for this one. We do very much care about reload speed, though. Okay. It's a little bit more unbalanced, but it's fine. So, Hanzo, Heat Thrower, and... Fire Ring. Oh. That's actually not great. I can maybe cope with this. Let's see. I'm just gonna quit out. We're gonna re-roll. Okay, so he specifically Needs a second max weapon buff. We don't need the... Those is bad. I guess we don't care too much about magnet either in retrospect. There we go. That'll have to do, at least for now. So now he's going to be able to actually hold 4 weapons. Let's just hope we get lucky and actually get what we need. I should maybe just go look for some weapons. I almost kind of wish you could hold off on leveling and, like, stack multiple. Thrusters or magnet range. Oh, we have 1 coin. Wow. I guess I'll go for magnet range. There's some coins. I kind of don't want to level up without the currency to specifically buy what I need. Special ability, sure. There's flak. I think we do want bullet size. Reroll. Bombs. Okay. Now we need is the incendiary bombs, and we are in business. And even then, I'm probably playing on the wrong suit. I just know this suit has an upgrade. An achievement locked behind it. Magnet level 2. Blaster, Rattler, no. Knockback, I suppose incendiary bombs. There we go. I think spread is actually good on the fire, but I could be wrong. Okay, so we still want the bullet size. Maybe. I don't know if that makes my explosions bigger, but I hope it does. You. Let's see, do we want ammo capacity? Yeah. But I'd rather have ammo capacity, though. I guess raw damage... No, raw damage is good. So let's go for size if I can get it. Pick whatever for the time being. Penetrator. I think that's completely useless to us. We'll figure it out. I actually have to try here and think about what I'm doing, which I kind of appreciate. It does feel like this still needs a lot of stuff. It definitely needs some more incendiary weapons. It definitely needs some more explosive weapons. I also go so far as to say, I'd love to see some more interesting variations on the weapons. I think knockback is completely useless to us, unfortunately. I mean, maybe it doesn't. Okay. I'm gonna go for the reload speed on the heat thrower. Just because we ultimately don't care too much about the heat thrower's internal damage. We want to increase our burn damage. Oh, yeah, we are most definitely playing the wrong dude for some of this. Whatever, I'll make it work. The fire guy gets better fire damage gains, and so... Yeah, by playing this guy, we're gonna be nice and zippy, but speed doesn't really help too much. Oh, right. I forgot. I can burn everything. Okay, that's actually really cool. We definitely need the alien artifact, though, that makes it so, we burn things better. Thermal weapons deal more damage. Well, I'll take that at the very least. That just helps their raw damage. It's not what I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, well, I'll make it work. Or something. Okay. But, I mean, I don't know. I will say for a $3 bullet heaven, I guess for me, anything $5 or less, like, all it has to keep me entertained for is like an hour, and I usually feel good enough about it. I know a lot of people get really into that dollar per hour, and cripes, I have to finish that, like, essay at some point. Let's see. Because I keep trying to write a long rebuttal. It's very much my, my white whale topic of, like, trying to disambiguate the concept of $1 per hour being a good or a bad thing. What was the game recently? Gunsuit came out a couple days ago, on Halloween. And it's one of those where, admittedly I haven't actually loaded it up because, once again, I want to just be able to beat it in one sitting. And I've been kind of busy with other things. Nope, we have a boss. Ooh, Gem Frenzy. Kind of piss poor time for a Gem Frenzy, to be honest. But that's okay. We are nice and quick, and he will burn. Let's see. Okay, heat throw eclipse eyes? No. Let's just burn everything. There it goes. Okay. Restores HP when leveling up. Bullet size, thank you. Let's see. But a lot of people were grumpy about it being fairly short, like 5-6 hours long, for its price. And for me, it's just kind of like, I don't know, I think the game's like $30. I'd have to double check it. But like for me, if I can spend that amount of money but have like a really satisfying, unique experience that sticks with me for a while, you know, sure, you might not be paying $1 per hour, but how much is the time that you spend thinking about it worth? Because for me with a bullet heaven, like, generally, once I'm done with it, it's, like, done playing with it either for the day or the week or whatever. Let's see. Make it, no, damage. I'm dying, but it's fine. Maybe. Maybe not. Still very much need that alien artifact that increases burn damage, though. Because otherwise we are toast. Maybe we've already gotten the upgrade we need, or maybe we have to get this guy up to wave 7, or wave 10, I forget. Yeah, we don't have quite the punch. Maybe I'll have to try this with the fire suit and the sonic weapons. Instead of flak and the explosives, we go for the siren instead. Ooh, I could actually see that working. Okay, there's a medkit. We're not dead yet. I think part of the problem is we're not killing enough enemies, and so we're kind of underleveled, I think. And a lot of my EXP is left behind me. Which is not helping. We'll figure it out. What's a game that's lived in my... I mean, Outer Wilds is probably the best possible example of a game that was worth, like... I'm dead. Yeah, let's try the, Fire Sonic. Oh, yep, level 10 with the Hanzo suit, so we don't need to roll Hanzo ever. How much money did we get out of that one? Enough! So if I'm gonna be going for the fire suit, we'll get a little bit of that. Let's see, do we want more anything else? No, probably actually work on the cheaper stuff. I'll go for magnet. Special cooldown. And then, like, these two. There we go. Should be fine. Alright. So let's try that again with a heat thrower. I don't know if the heat thrower is exactly the way to do it, but we'll do heat thrower, thermal bomb, and sonic weapons. Because the, this suit has a 15% chance of setting things on fire with every attack. I can see the neutron sphere actually working really well with it as well. We do actually have enough space for that, so maybe I should have grabbed it. Okay, shotgun, minigun, bombs. We get one free. Oh, there's the incendiary. I should go find some... Oh, wait, no, we have some money. I don't know from where, but it's still useful. Okay, incendiary bombs, absolutely. And yeah, let's just preemptively... Let's just use our special as much as we can. Bullet size, thank you. Conflagration is not particularly good without the right upgrades, but with the right upgrades, it might actually be pretty solid. Okay. I'm trying to think of other like shorter, sweeter games. Oh, like Journey and Journey and A Short Hike. Both of those were games that I very much like beat in one rather short sitting, but had quite the emotional experience from the whole thing. And so, like, I don't know. I guess I swing both ways. If it's like a short arcadey game, I generally want it to be cheaper because I usually don't play a whole lot of it. Right now. Do we want the ammo capacity this time around? We have bullet size. Yeah, I think I will go for the capacity. Okay. Unfortunately, I think the Hanzo suit was the one that had the special duration boost, which is a little unfortunate for me. I think he just doesn't work well with fire, and that's just the base answer. Okay, please have good alien artifacts. Well, he might not have, but he might. Fire does +2 damage. Heck yeah. That's what I'm looking for. Oh no, special ability lasts longer. Suit buff. Okay, last thing, probably just damage. Unfortunately, I don't think that damage applies to burn. But wow, even just one of those burn upgrades made it so it does 9 damage now. Yeah, so if you're going burn build, you have to go with this suit. There's... Sorry. There is no choice in the matter. Got my water bottle somewhere. Shall. My water bottle. It is at your feet. Can you bring it to me? Thank you, Shall. Alright, let's just keep burning things. Let's see. Explosions. Oh no, we can re-roll at this point. Let's see. Ammo capacity? No, let's keep going bullet size. Unfortunately, I don't think bullet size affects my special. And, like, I kind of wish it would. I wish this game actually had, like, a lot more interplay between the different weapons and abilities. And, like, I'd even go so far as to say, I actually wish every single weapon came with its own kind of leveling stat buff. Like, whenever you level a weapon, it gives a perk to one other weapon or multiple other weapons. Let's see. Do we want to increase my damage? You know, maybe not. There's Siren. Oh, that was Siren clip size. I mean, that is worth it. We want size. I think we want knockback. Keep my enemies away from me while they burn. Thermal weapons do more damage. That's tempting. Yeah, we'll go for it. Let's see. Oh, sonic cannon. Perfect. It does kind of feel like knockback really isn't much of anything. Like, it's supposed to part crowds, but for the most part... Oh, it just pushes them to the side, but it only applies to the small guys. Alright. We'll figure out if it's actually a good idea or not later. Okay, laser flak. Flak's not terrible. How much money do I want to spend on rerolls? I don't. I really don't. Okay, there's the boss. I'm just gonna send endless fire in his general direction. Oh, and it doesn't actually do that much damage. Okay. That is kind of good. The ability to part the sea of foes in my favor. Okay. So far, so good. We definitely need like one or two more of those alien artifacts that specifically increases my burn damage. Ah, neutron sphere. Perfect. We're not going for a laser build, we're just going for something that hits a ton of enemies. And it has inherent unlimited pierce and scales really well with bullet size and clip size. And so we can kind of hopefully use both of them together quite well. We'll see. Okay, special ability lasts longer. Yeah, I'm gonna go for another projectile count on that. Boost recharges faster. I think we could just use. Okay, reduce reload on sonic cannon, sure. Yeah, we're still kind of clearing through them. Maybe going bombs would have been the good idea instead of the neutrino launcher, but I don't know. Oh, I'm curious about this. With conflagration, does the recharge start? Ah, it starts as soon as it's done. I was hoping it would start as soon as it's cast, so I could actually potentially keep it going forever. Magnet capacity, special duration. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything that affects special cooldown yet. So I'm going to just assume that it's not a thing. I guess I'm going to go for coins add EXP. Like, I could have gone for laser weapon damage, but I'm really not going to be building my neutrino weapon for... neutrino launcher for that. Let's see. Yeah, the problem is what I need to succeed is more burn damage. But we are entirely at the behest of RNG for that to show up in the pool. That's a little rough. Might have to just go for the raw damage in retrospect. If the raw damage applied to burn damage, I'd be super down for it. It doesn't, though. And that is a slight issue. My brain has just left the building really quick and came back. I don't know. It's kind of one of those where I get kind of mesmerized in a thought pattern and I have to decide like, hey, is this actually worth commenting on? And the answer is no. And sometimes yes. Other times, just no. In this case, it was just like, huh, I wonder how, like, X random high school acquaintance was doing. It's just like, well, that's not helpful for anybody. Oh. We've got the burn. I'm glad most later waves don't have many enemies shooting at you. That part's really annoying. Manageable, but annoying. Doesn't even hurt that much. Okay. The other thing I think we're going to desperately need is a magnet here at some point. Unfortunately, they're kind of rare. But I still think EXP pickups are actually mushed together when they're off screen. So I'll, like, wander around enough and we'll find one of the big diamond chunks. I don't know what it is about these yellow enemies. I've nicknamed them fetid munch beasts in my head. And like every time I see them, I just want to say, oh, it's the fetid munch beast, they're back. And it's like, of course they're back. They always come back around wave 8 or 9. It's just how they do. But I feel the need to like remark upon them for some strange reason. And it's like the only thing in this game. Like the only creature that bears or necessitates a nickname, and they're not even that tough. There's just a lot of them. This is a really bad time for me to have a cough. But then again, that's bullet heavens in a nutshell. Boy, I hope I don't have to cough during this. Oh no. At least we're kind of burning through them. Let's see. Oh, knockback. Yes. Unfortunately, we haven't found a meaningful damage upgrade this entire time. So, this might suck. We might also die. We'll see how it goes. Please give health. Fire does more damage. Yes. And a medkit. Everything burns. Right. The problem is the enemies are so tanky, 15 damage a second is, not particularly amazing in retrospect. Oh. Gotta keep going for these. No, we need levels. There it is. Please give alien artifacts. Yes. Yeah, the one problem with my burn build is no, it does seem like you can stack multiple instances of burn on an enemy. Otherwise, I think I'd be dead. I always hate that in certain games where status effects are a thing. Where it's just like, oh, you have a status effect. Okay, it does 5 damage per tick. And then your fighter hits for like 200 damage, and you're like, okay, can my poison multi-stack? No, because that would be overpowered with the right build. Yeah, but I'm woefully underpowered. You know, why even have a status effect build if it's not viable? And like, a significant portion of games and game developers just don't have an answer for that. Let's see. Increase knockback, increase spread, increase whatever. And it's always slightly off-putting to have, like, some of the more tactically interesting builds usually be the ones neglected most, or even like actively dissuaded against, even though they're put into a game. I've had this with a couple other builds and games too, so not exactly in the same vein. Knockback, reload time. Yeah, let's just go reload time. This is a Metroidvania called Grime. Really good. Like, I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong. But one of the gripes I had with the game, that will just kind of be a lasting complaint, is that after a certain point, the parry, like, you get a bunch of enemies that no longer allow you to parry. Let's see, boost recharges faster. Yeah. That they have, like, red unparryable attacks that are virtually identical to regular attacks. Unless you're... I mean, it, like, flashes red. Like, it's not that hard to notice, like, oh, shoot, I can't parry this one. But it's one of those where, like, I built myself entirely around the idea of doing a ton of damage on a parry. And they functionally took it away by the halfway point on the game. Let's do special ability last longer. And I remember the developers had, like, actually responded to me thinking, saying, like, yeah, we kind of didn't balance around parrying that well. Because if you could parry everything, the game gets too easy. And it was kind of rough, because it was just kind of like, this is the first game I finally decided that, like, yeah, I'm gonna learn how to parry every single attack, because it seems like the game really works around that. And then they took it away. And, like, I don't know if I blame the developers too much for that. They did paint themselves into a corner, but, like, what can you do in that situation? You either let one specific playstyle just waltz all over your game, or you figure out different ways to counter it. I just find in a lot of games, the active countering whatever that build almost gets to the point where there's no point in using that build period anymore. Oh, heat thrower reload speed. Yeah, that seems good. Sonic weapon does more damage. No. Well, I thought this build was kind of hyper-doomed, and it's still pretty weak in comparison to other ones, but I can see where fire is good. I think you just need, like, a fourth option at the alien artifacts. Or just, like, some means of fighting those alien artifacts easier. Because I know I must be missing, like, a bunch of those aliens as we go by. Go for the knockback. Ooh. That's a lot of enemies. Yeah, I get the distinct feeling I'm not going to live here. I think I'm just woefully underleveled for what I'm trying to do. Like, there's tons of enemies dying, but they're dying outside of my general reach. Okay. I'm not even sure if they are dying. Oh, the bosses showed up. Let's see. Just gonna keep working on the knockback. Unfortunately, I don't think the knockback works on bosses. Ow. Didn't even realize there was an enemy there. Yeah, I don't know where all of our leftover EXP is. At least we're generally fast enough that we can just stay out of range of the boss. It's just so hard to tell where the enemies are. Boy, I really wish I had that do double damage if health is lower than 20%. Yeah, we've barely even touched the boss. We're on wave 16. We must be like half the level that we were on the last run. love to see Burn get buffed. I think, honestly, just having dedicated upgrades for it, and maybe that's it. I think this game could use just, like, a couple of randoms that don't fit into the slots here, that do special things. Maybe, like, every time you kill a boss, actually. Rather than the kind of generic alien artifacts, you get something that is a little bit more build-focused. That can help you in some meaningful fashion. Like, burn ticks twice as fast, or your bullets now pierce. Or not pierce, they bounce from one enemy or home or something. Okay. Back to the Pokemon Badoop Badoop Badoop. That's the incendiary bomb size. I don't actually know if incendiary bomb size is really worth it. I'm like, he'll burn to death. Oh, coins. Okay. Oh, the Munch Beasts have a recolor. How did I not notice that? I think I'm usually super busted by this point in time. Kind of. Oh, there's a bunch of EXP waiting for me. If only it wasn't guarded by, like, a ton of enemies. Got it. There we go. This is what I was looking for. Okay, the, Siren Cannon is actually kind of fun. How have you not died yet? This definitely goes to show that Burn is, comically weak compared to where it kind of needs to be viable. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep going for the knockback, I suppose. Double damage when HP is below 20%. Sure, considering I spend, like, half of this time near death, I might as well. At least we've got kind of the bully aura now. It doesn't do much damage. It doesn't need to do much damage. Just needs to keep the enemies at bay. Okay. Bullet size. Hey, there's a care package. I'm shocked I have not lost yet, to be honest. Take the coin. Still would love a magnet. Just to know for a fact that I've gotten everything. But whatever. Alright, let's keep burning. Oh, we're back down to low health. But that's okay, because now that makes me do more damage, I'm dead. That's the other issue. I can't see anything. Ooh, cannot reload while moving, but otherwise reloads very quickly. Siren Song. Huh. That's fun. And we got a lot more coins. I really like this game. It definitely needs more time in the oven, but... Oh, interesting. We had a... It counted me as like 112 coins, but I'd spent a lot on re-rolls. Go figure. Well, let's actually buy some re-rolls then. Let's see. Bullet penetration, and I think I'm just going to grab damage. Alright, cool. But yeah, it needs a little bit more time in the oven. I should probably grab Spencer. Oh, wow. But, oops, forgot to. It's fine. Next time we play this, I'm sure we'll have more toys to play around with, and we'll pick up Spencer somewhere in that process. But yeah, what was I going to say? I don't know. I mean, Gunsuit Guardians is available on Steam now. It's $3 and it is very much worth it. I don't think you're going to get much more than like 3 to 10 hours out of it, but that very much is kind of within the value proposition of a bullet heaven. And between the Bloopy soundtrack, the fact that you are never safe, and just the massive horde that you have to manage, it feels really good. It has that feeling of like, I am barely squeaking by, that I kind of lose out on in a lot of bullet heavens because I become too powerful in them. And this one is very even keel. It's very balanced. And so it's, how to describe it? It maintains the challenge factor a lot better than a lot of other bullet heavens. It might not be what everybody's looking for, but it has that like greater arcade feel than most. And that's something I deeply appreciate. But with all that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. And of course, if you want more bullet heavens, the Bullet Heaven Festival starts tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.